Hi, this is Maya from the Worldwide Good News, and I have Momo from the Worldwide Good News here with me. How you doing? All the way from
Jamaica.
Show them the beach for a second. You can see the sea a little bit behind you.
Hang on, I'll flip around.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That's good news.
You know, the one magic thing that I've noticed here in Jamaica, because it's my first time here, is that time actually slows down for real. Every hour feels like about 4 hours. I've never had so much time or felt like I've been able to sleep so much. I mean, I'm really relaxing and getting ready to come back and kick some royal ass.
That's awesome, Momo. That's what we wanted to hear.
Oh, yeah. It's been a long
That is the best news.
Well, it's it. The best news is that Worldwide Good News is still here. And I want to make it clear right now that I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because to all you guys out there, a little while ago, I took a bit of a break because I had a lot of stuff going on, and Maya volunteered to go ahead and take on Worldwide Good News. And I got to tell you, you've been doing a spectacular job. I could never thank you enough. And to the point where, man, like, we're going to be working together on many projects, expanding Worldwide Good News to the next level. But it took a person like you to come jack me, the rock and roll motivator, up another notch, because you did it. And I could never thank you enough for that. You know, it's you're a true blue, amazing, incredible human being that has got serious balls.
Thank you. Hey, I'm blushing here. Does everybody see?
Amazing.
Oh, Mom, this is so great. I'm so happy to talk to you and like bring our viewers some really great news, because you're a man that just gives everybody such great juice, and your own the MomoZone YouTube channel is just so amazing. People are so inspired to go there, and you just see how many people are just emailing and thanking you. And you tell me, how many emails a day do you get?
Oh, I don't know, like anywhere from 500 to 1,000. I've gotten up to that. You know, a whole lot of emails are coming from around the world, where you realize just how, you know, troubled people actually are with the lack of good news. And lack of good news, not just meaning of what, you know, what you see in the day-to-day news in the newspapers and stuff like that, but within themselves, you know. And one of the reasons that Worldwide Good News was started was to bring positivity into one's life, to realize that, hey, there are good things actually happening out there. And it doesn't matter whether it's happening in your block or not. The point is good news is good news. And that should make you feel good. You know, you should be able to find a way to take that good news, incorporate those vibrations into you, and realize that you should be happy to be alive, okay, and pass the good word, because that's what it's all about. You know, I mean, what else are we going to do? You know, we're here until we can't be here anymore. So time is very valuable. A lot of people don't realize that until the time is going to either be up or it's too late. So why change things tomorrow when you can change things right now, right here, today, this second?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And really, you can find good news everywhere. I was just telling Momo about a person I'm going to interview today who did the good news from, you know, corner amazing vegan place that two kids found this older guy that was just unhappy with life, unhappy with his body. They took him on and they transformed him in 45 days and helped him lose the weight, be healthier, beat diabetes, all of that great stuff. And it's just around us. I mean, if we really actually open our eyes, we'll see that there's more good news than bad news.
Absolutely. You see, and what I love about what you're saying is, listen to that. Changed his life in 45 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you how many times 45 days has passed you before. You see what I mean? 45 days is like eating breakfast. It just goes bam and it's gone. And every time those 45 days goes by, that was a chance for you to see a radical difference in something you wish that you could do. And, you know, it's kind of like what I always say. There's only 100% guarantee in life, and that is action plus reaction equals 100% result every time, you know. And I will always live with that and pass on that message, you know. And It's quite amazing. Yesterday I was reading a letter. Some guy sent me this letter that actually made Trila and me cry. The guy is like just pounding this gratitude about how, I helped change his life. He used to stay locked up in the house and never go out, never exercise, never did anything, never had any relationship. He broke off a relationship that he was with and it devastated him. And today he's married with a kid and he's been following me from the very beginning. And the words that were coming out of this guy's mouth, it makes you realize, oh my God, am I even worthy of this stuff? You know what I mean? But I'm just trying to be myself. A lot of people, they have the opportunity to give without like joining some kind of sect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Giving can happen every single day. You could just bump into a stranger and say hello. It's like here in Jamaica, everybody is so sweet and so nice. Everybody's got a smile. It might be like an underprivileged country a lot of times, they don't make a lot of money here and stuff, but they got the beautiful sea, the beautiful mood, and they smile, So when I see all these people in America and these places where we have all these so-called golden opportunities that are miserable, bitching, whining, over drinking to try and find their problems or doing whatever they got to do. Well, look, it's all about dividing your available time and multiplying it into something that is positive so that it will equal your result. And believe me, changes happen within minutes. Changes happens within seconds. The first change will happen when you actually make a decision, and that decision that you stick to will change everything there forward. And that is what is beautiful. People got to understand that it's that easy. You know what I mean? Even if you're in pain, even if you have a horrible life, but you have the dream of, say, being a writer or something, well, use your horrible life as your inspiration to write about it, because nobody will know better than you. You're having that horrible life. Then you evacuate that, almost like a cleansing. You drop it on paper. You turn it into a video, just like some of these people that you're talking about go ahead and do all the time. And that becomes the evacuation that gives you the result that takes you to the next level. And I love that. You see what I mean? Is because the potential is always there. It's always up to us and getting inspired by things that are around us and people that are around us. And this technology that we have here, where we're able to communicate like this, hop online, pump any question out and get some kind of answer, is the future, and there's no turning back from that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, this amazing technology has been enabling us to transform the world and make it the way we want it to be. I mean, before that, let's say 20 years ago, if you wanted to bring good news to the world, or 25 years ago, you had to create a paper. You had to go and rent all this expensive equipment and see if it will even be aired. If it's not aired, it's completely independent and nobody's ever going to see it. Here, we have the tools in our hands to actually send it around the world and make the world change, really, really make the world a better place. And there's nobody stopping us. There's nobody saying, oh, we can't air this, or this video is not perfect enough, or you're not saying the right words.
Exactly. Like you say, things used to be completely controlled by price of technology. And in the olden days, if you used to want to bring something out, like you say, let's say you were in another country, the only way to do it is to smuggle it out of there, basically. It would take a lot of time. Now everything is direct, and that speeds up the process of learning, of seeing, and getting inspired. Getting inspired has never been easier, people. This is the most amazing thing out there. A lot of people, in my opinion, don't really use the internet to its maximum potential. You can use it for entertainment. You could use it for schooling. You could use it for finding that particular information, connecting with people, etc. But like any medium out there, there's the good and the bad part of all of it, which is why we're trying to create something called Worldwide Good News, which brings it all together and says, dudes, there are possibilities out there. Let's bring it together, I believe that in the very near future, even the big conglomerates out there that are really tripping out on bringing the bad news will have no choice but to bring the good news. At some point. Somebody's going to do it. We've been trying to do it for a few years right now. We're going to expand this. Maya
Yeah.
and myself are going to push this to the total next level. We're going to be redesigning the site in the next couple of weeks. It'll all be done. And I want you guys out there to seriously consider just joining this crew. Everybody likes to tweet. It's all fine that you got millions of tweeters and stuff, but where are the millions of people that are supporting the Worldwide Good News? I'd really like to see you guys out there. Just join the page, join the Facebook, join the YouTube page, because that means that you're part of a collective, and together we are stronger in numbers than we are apart. You know what I mean? It can't hurt you. You know, to me, it's all part of the karma too. You know, people don't want to believe in this karmic stuff. It's their problem, but I believe in it. Like there's no tomorrow, because you do get what you put in. You know what I mean? Letting go of the bitterness and stop subscribing to the. You turn on the news, the first thing you're going to see is bad stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just going to be bad stuff. And that's what people subscribe to. That's what they also bring on to their children. That's what brings on all this negativity, and they don't realize it. It's like eating bad food. How can it be good for you? You know, you got these guys, they're up there, hi, this is da-da-da, and they're all dressed in their fancy suits, looking like they're nicely sprayed out from Hollywood, doing their thing, and it's the CNN front row seats to the latest show. You know what I mean? Get your tickets now while it's hot. And what are you seeing? What are you learning? What did you learn? Except to say, oh my God, look at those people out there. Damn, they deserve it. Or I can't believe that this happened. I mean, come on, you know? Yeah. I mean, it's a fact that feeling good feels better than feeling bad. So,
it's so simple. It's really this is all it is. Feeling good is better than feeling bad. You know, really. What would you choose if you had the choice to feel good or feel bad? I don't know how many. I don't even one person would say I'd rather feel bad.
I think it's about habit, and I think it's like any addiction, right? You take an addiction. People can be addicted to alcohol. They can be addicted to soap. You know what I mean? They can be addicted to, if you're working in an office and you come in and everybody's just ragging on each other like that good office soap. Like, I work with a lot of people in some pretty big companies that have a lot of teams, and, and everybody runs on fear in their office. Fear of losing their job, fear of seniority, fear of, oh, it's my idea. I thought of that. You know what I mean? The team spirit is not there like it used to be. And a lot of the young people that are out there these days, because they were brought up in all this technology and the rapid incoming information, their brains are going to develop in a different way, right? And that's where we've changed. When I was a kid, I had to wait for that information to come to me, and like a good digestion. I didn't shove it down my throat and chew it and just swallow it. It wasn't that fast food thing. It was like, you had to subvert. The handshake existed. The word existed. The language wasn't shrunk down to a bunch of short little mini things, LOL incorporated, to say that, we can't have a true conversation and appreciate the value of words, and that to me is something that is missing these days. And I think a reason why a lot of young people out there and all these letters I'm getting, they're terrified of communication, of falling in love, of having a relationship, because the problem is commitment. Like anything else, if you do not commit to your idea, to yourself, to your ideals, then what are you doing? You're waiting for somebody else to commit for you. You're riding the pack. So then you're one of the sheep that are out there waiting for the shepherd to tell you what to do. It's okay. Nothing wrong with sheep. But I got to assure you, sheep are allowed to think, and sheep are allowed to become shepherds. And that's what this is all about. I mean, everybody has the right to feel good and to say, yeah, I'm happy with what I did today. I'm happy with what I heard. Let me pass that message on, because, I mean, think about it. What do people do? They take their day, they got incoming information, then they sit at home at night, they eat dinner, and they pass that information. Honey, what happened to you at work today? Well, buddy over there, was saying some bad shit about me, and he went to the boss, and now I got a warning, and somebody got an email. I got hooked up to a memo. Holy shit! With all due respect, I want nothing to do with that anymore. Yeah, it's When you believe in positivity, then positivity follows you. And again, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say it, nobody asked anybody to go ahead and be a thumper or a radicalist on being positive. But positivity starts with how you feel about yourself when you wake up in the morning. Are you happy with your goals? You know,
Mm-hmm.
does it end at what you're doing right here, right now? Or are you capable of saying, you know what? I'm going to look at the end of my life and I'm going to work backwards. And that way, I'm going to really see what it is I'd like to do. Because, as you know, who've worked in production and stuff like that, if you do not put a schedule to things and you do
Mm-hmm.
not lock timelines, then nothing is going to happen. Things are going to, time is going to pass, and before you know it,
Mm-hmm.
it's never going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. And you said a lot of things. You said so much. It's amazing. One of the two things that struck me is you are your word. And I think kids today don't know how to be their word. They don't know how to be accountable. And everything's, if you're not your word, if you don't, you say what you're going to do and you do it, it starts there. It starts with communication. It starts like if you say somebody, I'm committed to you as a boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, and then you don't follow through. You let it slide, you don't invest in the relationship, that's where it starts. And then it becomes bigger things. It becomes the world. And that's what we have right now. We have this big mess because people are not the words. They're not transparent. They don't communicate, and they're not responsible. And if you take these very simple things and you just put them in action and add a positive communication to your own self, a positive outlook on life, or at least say, how do I bring up my positivity today? How do I choose to be positive? Even if I feel shit, but I choose to be positive. I have some friends who are going through, I have a friend who's going through a pretty harsh time right now. And I talked to her yesterday from her hospital bed, and she's positive. So if she can be positive, kids who have, computer games and good parents and friends can really choose to be positive and be responsible and be your word and honor your word and expect other people to honor it as well. And if they're not, to the cut up syndrome.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you that subscribing to positivity, okay, is actually, we're saying, wow, it's so simple. All you got to do is just start there. But you know what? Something that simple in a world this complex is actually one of the hardest things in the world to do. That is what the problem is. Like, maybe, we're saying, oh, this is easy because you're applying this, I'm applying this. I mean, I'm watching you go ahead and do this thing no matter what. You may be tired, you've got other things going on, there's survival factors, there's all these things into play, but you get out and you do it anyways. At some points, you have to make that decision. And I'll agree that being simple is actually pretty complicated because of everything we're surrounded by. Again, everything you see on TV. God damn, man. You turn on the TV. Here, I'm in Jamaica, and, I get to see a lot of like American shows over here. I'm from Canada, so I don't get to see a lot of these American shows. I cannot believe what I'm seeing out here. It's like out of control. Young mothers that are having babies now that they have a show. You know what I mean? All these kind of insane shows about the biggest loser, the biggest thing. I mean, okay, I can understand that people want to do things, but they're glorifying it. I think what's
Yeah.
happening is people confuse personal happiness and getting their goals with becoming a star. You see what I mean? The only star that matters is the star within yourself and the people that are close to you. So why bother having a relationship with anybody or anything if you can't have a relationship with yourself first?
Mm-hmm.
So you're the first person, because don't think that your wife or your boyfriend, okay, is going to be the key to fixing your problem, because at one point that person will get sick of it, or they will become like you and you guys will both drag each other down like the biggest anchor at the bottom of the ocean, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's about. I mean, you have the choice: feel like shit or feel good. Make the difference wherever you can every day. Don't have huge expectations. Things are not going to change the next day, except that once you get the hang of it, things will change every minute. Things
Mm-hmm.
will change every second, and you will see results that come instantaneously at anything that you choose. I've got it down that I can make things happen within the 24 hours or within the next 10 minutes just by thinking it. But then again, you have to set up all the seeds and set up all the plantations in order for people to believe and go to you for that. You see what I mean? And that's what the beauty about having all this technology at our fingertips. You know, for a very little price, you have a computer that is fully a full workstation that you can go into any coffee shop, get the Wi-Fi, get online, make movies, make videos, make songs, make broadcasts, make radio shows, anything.
Yeah.
You got to start there. I mean, you and I both love technology, so we're using technology as our means to go forward. Maybe a farmer who knows nothing about that and all he understands is farming is going to be a little more complicated for him. You know, I can't expect me to go to a farmer and say, look, yo, get on the internet. You're going to sell your corn. You got the best corn. You're going to sell it worldwide. That's going to be a little more complicated, even though I would try and convince a farmer to do that.
Yeah, open a Facebook page for your corn.
That's right, you know, so, I mean, it's all possible, but you got to be able to split up your time and your goals and make a schedule to make things happen.
Yeah.
It's even people who have schedules need people to remind them and other people to say, hey, stick to your schedule. Because otherwise it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like you do with me.
I'm a reminder. There's it's a very Silicon Valley thing where, you know, when you start a company, you've got the finder, minder, and binder. I'm the reminder.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got to remember to do this stuff.
So, I mean, look, you know, in the end, all you guys out there, let's believe. Believe that things are possible. Look at the people around you. Pass on whatever good word you can, or absorb some good words and some good, you know, some good actions, and bring it on to Worldwide Good News, man. Let us know what's going on out there, and write us some letters. Join a Facebook page. We're going to definitely be expanding this year, and I can tell you that, you know, good. You know, they say good people finish last. I can understand people out there wanting to look at the bad news first, because that's what's everywhere. It's kind of like people who enjoy looking at horror movies and, you know, people getting cut up and stuff like that. I don't personally enjoy that at all. You see what I mean? But good news can be just as entertaining as the bad stuff. As a matter of fact, more so, because you can actually apply that to yourself and your loved ones, in turn, which will go out to the rest of the world, you know? So we're all part of a growing thing here, and we need to be part of this farm, you know? We have to do that.
Yeah, we do. Oh, this is great. Thank you, Momo.
Oh, it's great to talk to you. And guys, there's going to be some really cool stuff coming up. Maya, Krila, and myself, we got a couple of secret projects that we're on. You guys will bug out. We're getting together, and Maya, I will be coming to see you live. I believe in April or something.
Yeah.
I wanted to come see you this time, except that I was so burnt that I needed to just actually unplug first before I have the guts to stand in front of you. That's all going to be great.
It's all going to be great.
Looking forward to meeting you in person. Maya and I have been talking for years online like this, and it's as if you know, we know each other, and once we meet each other live, it's going to be exactly continuing from where we are here. And I'm looking forward to bringing this to you guys. And again, please, let's push Worldwide Good News, because it's our Worldwide Good News. It's all of ours, man.
It is ours.
You know, it's everybody who's part of it is a part of that nucleus. It's like the cells in your body. You can't have a favorite blood cell. They're all necessary in order to make the body work, in order to make the mind work. So let's make this Worldwide Good News cell explode, guys, and together we can go to the top with something that I really believe the world needs.
Yes. Thank you, Momo.
Maya, angel. Thank you. That's sweet.
That's awesome. This is Maya from the Worldwide Good News.